Wanting to get a green card without having to leave the United States? Well then, the adjustment of status process is probably the process that you need to do. But you need to know that the rules are very strict, the timelines will shock you, and one mistake could end up causing you months of time and effort. So stick around for a few minutes so I can break some things down for you so you can do things the smart way. Hello everyone, I'm attorney Lee Marvin, and I have been practicing law for over 22 years with a focus in immigration law for the last 12 years. My main office is in Grand Rapids, Michigan, but I help individuals and families from any state in the country and really any country on the planet. You want to know about adjustment of status. What is adjustment status? Plainly, shortly, it's the process of getting a green card while remaining inside the United States, okay? It's the alternative to what's called consular processing, which is the process for people to interview at the U.S. embassies overseas, okay? The good thing is with adjustment status, there's no travel needed because you are in the United States and you might have to drive to a field office, but you don't have to fly out of the country. Who is eligible for adjustment of status, okay? If your green card is based on a family member rather than an employer, there's a few different categories of sponsors for the beneficiary, okay? 1, spouses of U.S. citizens. 2, unmarried sons and daughters of U.S. citizens. 3, spouses and children of legal permanent residents. Next is unmarried sons and daughters over the age of 21 of legal permanent residents. Then you have married sons and daughters of U.S. citizens. And the last category are brothers and sisters of adult U.S. citizens. So those are the different categories. Based on the category, there may be a waiting period. There's no waiting period for immediate relatives, is what it's called, which are those relatives of U.S. citizens, which are spouses and children. Everyone else is broken into different categories, and you can check out some of my other videos for information about those different processes, okay? But you're going to want to know the pro tips that I have to help you avoid delays. So the first tip is to file as soon as you're able to, as soon as you establish that you have eligibility and that you can file, because you're going to want to get ahead of the upcoming delays. I did another video that talked about the suspected delays are probably going to double the wait times for immigration processes because of what's going on at USCIS, okay? Basically, it's dependent on the current political situation, which is up in the air. There's a lot going on, okay? Second tip, make sure to complete your applications fully when you file. Don't miss any blanks or any questions. I know it sounds obvious, but you'd be shocked how many people skip things in part because they don't know what it applies to them for, or they don't know what they're doing, but don't leave any blanks, okay? This will also help you avoid unnecessary requests for evidence, which are RFEs, which is what immigration sends to you if there's a problem with your filing, to give you a chance, one chance, to correct the mistakes in order to move forward with your case, okay? Next tip, always make sure you're not missing any of the required evidence or translations or an applicable form that's necessary for your overall filing, okay? And also, make sure you include the correct filing fees. Now remember, filing fees do change from time to time. They have recently changed, so you're going to want to make sure that you have the correct fee when you submit the filing, or it will be rejected, okay? That goes the same thing for correct additions of the form you're using. Make sure you're using the update and correct form if you're doing this yourself, and make sure you include all the pages of the form. And please double check the addresses you use, the signatures, make sure the signatures are all signed, and any other personal information is accurate and complete, okay? So how long does it take currently in 2025 to process these requests. So current wait times depend on the field office that has jurisdiction or control over your case, but they average from 13 months in San Diego to about 18 and a half months in Chicago. Now, there are other jurisdictions that might take a little bit longer. This is just kind of an average of the select few field offices that I just researched before doing this video, okay? Remember that current politics is having a significant impact on all immigration processes, not just adjustment of status. And the proper filing of these requests has never been more important. So, as always, stay informed and stay safe.